Hello, chess friends. I'm continuing my chess.com bot challenge with a rematch of Maria. Had one game with her where I played the black pieces, and now it's time to try playing her with white. So let's turn off all the helps except the bot chat for entertainment purposes. Time control 15 plus 10, type standard, and here we go. Okay, we'll go with E4. And here we'll go with knight f3 again. See what she does this time. Definitely an inferior move. Probably I want to just rapid development. Okay, she's honing in on the G2 square. The idea is if I castle D5, pawn takes, and then bishop to H3, threatening checkmate. However, I could trade this G pawn for the E pawn. Oh, she's also threatening the E pawn too. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and I think the most aggressive way to play it is knight takes. If queen takes, queen e2. And then if she plays queen takes g2, this knight can do a double check on f6 and mate the king on e8. On the other hand, if knight takes pawn, queen takes g2, I think just queen to f3, and the queen is protecting the rook. And the best I think she has is queen takes queen, knight takes f3, and then we've exchanged our g pawn for her e pawn. Okay, let's go for it. This line, I'm not quite sure. I think I'll take with the king, yes. We'll castle by hand, meaning the rook will go to e1 next. This is a lot of confusion here. Bishop takes pawn. Let's see what she's getting at. Okay, now I think I can win the rook after knight takes f7. She's playing really wild chess here. Okay, maybe the idea is to trap the knight. So she'll have to work harder to trap the knight. Otherwise, the knight's about to get out. Knight comes to f7, attacking the bishop here. I think the idea of this move, this retreating move, is to get active on this dark diagonal here. Therefore, I think that's fine. My king can come here. My rook can come here. So I completely castle by hand. Oh, wait a minute. When I'm worried about castling by hand, perhaps she can trap the knight. No, my rook is already putting a defense upon the e5 square. And she has no attacks, possible attacks on this bishop, so this is fine here. First, I will play check here. Then I'll grab that pawn on g5. Are there any moves that can... It's fine. Take the pawn on g5. Then I can't get in trouble in that square because we can always go backwards. So now I can start forcing a trade of pieces here. This will force a trade of the knight for the light squared bishop. And then we'll have the bishop here. We're up a piece, at least. And we are rolling. I shall take this with tempo. Now I'm on the knight. Okay. All right, so if she's going to do that, that's fine. And she sets me up for a fork. Probably want to go ahead and pin this knight. I mean, one way of looking at it is to keep the king on this first rank. But in a position like this, it's like completely impossible for the knight to move or for the rook to get out. I mean, she can get a rook out by pawn to a5 and then rook to a6, but then the knight will be gone. So after this move, it's complete curtains. Now I'll just pick up the rook with the bishop. I could play bishop takes rook. Yes, that's fine. And if the knight comes here to fork the bishop and the rook just checks to get out of the fork. Let me pick up the knight. And let's get some development going. Oh, just take the rook. That's fine. Now he's back on my 8th rank, his first rank. And the rook as far as it can go. Keep the king from approaching the rook. And I'll bring it that way. Now it's threatening mate 1. Renewing the threat of mate 1 and mate. Okay, so she seems to be intent on giving away as many pieces as she can, even more so than the 250 bot. Let me just look at the percentages. If it shows that I had a mistake or blunder there, then I'll check the game out. Otherwise, I think it's pretty much the way I described it as I was going.
Nice eye. You found a tactic to grow your lead into a win.
Okay. Says I have one mistake. That's interesting. Let's look at that. I missed an opportunity to...
You missed an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack.
Okay. So what I saw was she was forking this pawn and this. How would I defend both of them? So I'm going to learn something now. She'll follow. Okay. How could I have defended the E pawn and the G pawn? So I'm missing something. Let's go back. Okay, this knight f3 was a book move. Queen f6 is a question mark. Bishop c4. Queen g6. Then it says knight takes e5 was a mistake. So I missed the opportunity to defend the pawn that was attacked. Okay. So now I want to know, perhaps this time I should defend my e pawn.
You missed an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack.
Okay, what is that? Let's click the key symbol. They're just showing me what I did.
There was only one good move and you found it. You shield your king by blocking the check from the queen.
Okay, I'm trying to find out how should I have...
Precise move from your... You missed an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack.
Okay, this must be it. Show best.
This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders.
And she still grabs the G pawn. So, as I thought, she was forking the E pawn and the G pawn. But perhaps this was better. This forces her to settle on the G pawn, which is not as valuable as the E pawn. Okay, that makes sense. I'm still wondering what would have happened. Let me go to analysis mode. If she had chosen to take G2, I think I was right about having a checkmate, forced checkmate if she takes on G2. But yes, okay, so I learned something there. I mean, I know the concept, but I should have just let her take the G pawn because she's losing so much time in development that that's more than enough compensation for the pawn. So on this, let's go to here. Back before this. Yeah, pretty sure I have forced checkmate, and so that's a nice pattern to see. If she takes the pawn here, it should be a mate in two. No, is that checkmate? No, I thought the knight was on e4, so it's not a double check. If she, so what happens here? I don't think I have a good discovery, do I? Maybe I do. Let's see if she takes this pawn. Now, what's the evaluation? I'm curious. This white's winning with bishop takes pawn. Okay, I was hallucinating. I was thinking my knight was on e4. So bishop takes pawn. Okay, so bishop takes pawn forces the king to a dark square, and then I have a discovered attack that does the job that I want. Yes, forces the king to a dark square. Then there's a discovered attack. So let's go here. The king has to move. Okay, here. So I'm learning a complicated tactic now. And then the knight comes back here. And now the king, I guess, takes the bishop because he's in check. And white is winning all of this. So right now it's 3 pieces, 3 minor pieces and 2 rooks. And black has 4 minor pieces and 2 rooks. So there's no way I was going to figure this line out. But now here. So the idea is white has sacked a piece, and both sides have lost the right to castle. White's a piece down right now. Oh, I see it. Because the queen cannot escape to the h3 square because knight g5. So the queen has to sacrifice itself for the rook. That's the idea. It's a little above my tactical level. And that's the way white would win if white could see those tactics. Okay, thank you for watching. I hope this was valuable to you. If so, give a like. Please subscribe for more content like this.